We had a great time in Texas, but after 2 months, it's time to head back home. I know a lot of people would make this drive in just a couple days, but what can I say? Me and Peg like to stop and smell the roses. One of the first big sights on the way home was going through San Benito, the proud home of Freddie Fender. You know, he sang that one song. We were really struck by this guy standing on the side of the road. And obviously, the next thought would be barbecue. You know it's going to be great when there's a line outside the door before they even open up for lunch. These guys have won about every barbecue competition possible in Texas, and they've even went on to compete nationally. Well, we're back on the road again, and our next stop is going to be the Museum of Handmade Furniture in New Braunfels, Texas. One of the highlights was John Potter's broom shop. He uses all the old techniques to put together brooms, and Peg and I got one and are really happy with it. It should last us the rest of our lives. Justin really did a great job on the tour he gave us. It was even personalized, as me and Peggy was the only ones there. He really knows about everything that has to do with the early German immigrants and the contribution they made to the Texas furniture making industry. This is also a Harvest Host location, which means that RVers can camp there overnight for free. For more information about the Harvest Host programs, just click the link in the video description. The grounds here were really well taken care of, and it was also a very quiet and secure place to stay just outside of New Braunfels, Texas. As I mentioned earlier, New Braunfels has a heavy German influence, and what says Germany better than beer gardens? New Braunfels is kind of like a small Germany within the United States. They've got everything that has to do with Germany, from the beer gardens to schnitzel to German restaurants, and even for a while the newspaper from town was even printed in German. Of course, we had to go for the Kartoffel poppers with applesauce and a giant Bavarian pretzel with beer cheese. And yes, we might have had a draft or two. For some reason, the name of the pastor of this church sounds familiar. Our next stop was Corsicana, Texas, and a visit to the Collins Street Bakery. Last year, they sold over 1 million pounds of fruitcakes to 196 different countries and have 10,000 five-star reviews. They've been baking them fresh daily since 1896. We finished off our day of travel and ended up in Brashear, Texas at the Be Happy Farm. This was a really beautiful place, and we enjoyed meeting the family that runs this place. This is another one of the Harvest Host locations. And again, for more information on Harvest Host and free camping around the United States, click on the link in the video description. Took a detour to Folk, Arkansas, which is a community of faith, family, and friends. And Bigfoot. It was cool to meet up with some like-minded Sasquatch hunters and see all the neat artifacts that they had in the store. Our next stop was an action-packed few days in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Hot Springs National Park is located in and around the city of Hot Springs, Arkansas. One of the unique features here is there is no admission fee. It's hard to believe how hot the water is actually coming out of the ground. It's almost boiling in some spots. It was really great to be able to meet up with my cousin Tom and his wife Nola, as they were able to take some time to show us around the area and give us a little sightseeing tour. We were excited about being able to meet back up with Chuck and Mary and their son Carson, friends of ours that we met on the road down in Georgia. We had a great weekend and, yes, drank some beers. Well, once again, it's time to get on the road. Next stop, Tom's Farm in Memphis, Tennessee. We really liked staying overnight here, and it was really quiet during the evening. There was only a couple other RVers with us here, as this was another one of the Harvest Host locations. We enjoyed a walk to the pond and also checked out where the honey was being made. If you're interested in free camping all around the United States, just click the link in the video description. Our next stop was at Casey Jones Distillery in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. This place was great. We really enjoyed meeting the master distiller and learning about the whole operation. It was really peaceful and quiet here, and yet another great Harvest Host location. Our next stop was Paris, Kentucky, that's just outside of Louisville. This stop was especially fun because we were able to meet up with Peggy's niece Stephanie and her husband Robbie. I got them to try soju rice whiskey for the first time, and I think they both liked it. But I don't think you can blame our hair on that. We finally made it back to West Virginia and an overnight at the Appalachian Distillery. They have a lot of great flavored moonshine products and also some retail items as well. Without question, one of the best reasons to stop here is the Fair Plains Yacht Club located next door. With cars waiting to get into the parking lot, we knew this place must be special. And it was. The food was fantastic and the owner was very hospitable. This is another great Harvest Host location, not just for the moonshine, but for the restaurant next door. Just a fair warning, be prepared to be serenaded by cattle all night long if you stay here on a Friday, because the sale is Saturday morning. Had a great time on our trip back home, but it's time for us to fly into the sunset and enjoy some time with family. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to our YouTube channel or visit us online for our travel blog at Searching for Solitude. Thanks.